What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Hunt the Week.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. Welcome on in each and every one of you partners out there. Where are my partners at? I'm playing Commander and I got a partner here. Okay, this is Team League. This is Chaos Kickoff. I hope you are excited. This is Hunt the Week. It is a weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the Sealed Arena Gauntlet League that we love and play. This is Chaos Kickoff. Getting ready for Chaos Team League. I am your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku or Go Home, the pride of Mardu. I am a 4-time top 8er, a 2-time league winner, and 1 time I got to partner up with some of my best buddies on the server and play some Magic, split up a crazy pool. I'm very excited. I hope you are too. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot to get into. So let's go ahead and embrace the chaos.
Man, what are we, a team? No. We're a chemical mixture that makes chaos.
That's right. This is Chaos Team League, and we're going to talk about how it's going to work, how everything's going to work out, and then I'm going to bring on my partners. I had them come on as my guests so that you could learn a little bit about who I am playing with, and over the next few weeks, I hope to learn a little bit about who you decided to have on your team. So let's start with the basic rules. This is a team league. We get 1 pool, we split it up, and this is an interesting rule. The pool must be split evenly, 60 cards each for each player. We kind of got our pools yesterday. We kind of started building our decks, and we built them. We're like, all right, cool, this looks good. And I'm like, yeah, don't forget, you got to add in more cards. It has to be 60 cards even. And now that deck just has like a mishmash of nonsense in the sideboard. Because we don't have the cards to spare, really. It's hard. Deck building is a little harder than I expected because of the way you have to split this up. I think the decks are going to be fine, but the sideboards are going to be kind of atrocious. They're going to be kind of weird. So you split a deck, you split a pool, 60 cards each. Everyone gets a 40-card deck, and you play your matches. 2 to 3 matches a week per person, okay? So 3 is the maximum, 2 is the minimum, so you can save 1 game. Do you want to be the kind of people who go, yeah, we're going to put our strongest decks in these 2 players' hands. We're going to give our weakest deck here, but they're going to underplay with our weakest deck. So we get to save a game for next week, give that person a strong deck next week. Hopefully they can make up that game they didn't take. It's a strategy. You can do it, but I never like to recommend underplaying. You know, underplaying is, it's tough. It's tough. Team League, you also get timers on your games. Timers are a win con. We talk about it in the interview, but you got timers, and you don't go to time. I stress out about it. I yell at my teammates about it. Come watch my games. When we get down to 15 minutes or so, watch my attitude change. The timer is a real thing. You have to play around it. You have to play fast and concise, but you can't play too fast and mess up. But you don't want to lose to the timer. Oh man, is that a feel bad. It's happened before. It'll happen again. Team League, you get to help. So the way this works is you go into a channel on the server, or maybe your own super secret server, however your team has decided to do it. And you chit-chat. You talk about mulligans. You talk about, hey, should we keep this hand? I don't know. Hey, what card do I play? What land do I play? You get to talk through everything. It's super fun. It's really entertaining. It's great to watch. But it has some ramifications, right? Because everyone's helping each other, there's not a ton of games to go around because every team kind of plays 1 game at a time. It's pretty rare to see a team playing multiple games at a time. So even though there's, let's say, 20 teams, you might think, okay, 20 times 3 there. We got 60 players in this league. Not a big league, but 60 players, no problem. But really, it's only 20 players because everyone kind of plays at the same time. So games are just harder to find in Team League. I know that I've had experiences in the past where we kind of link up our schedules and we go, hey, cool, we're going to put an LFM, and then an hour goes by and no one's taken it. And you go, okay, well, I have to go now. So now we're not playing a game. And we have to wait till we can find one. Games are a little harder to find. Maybe not so much in week 1, but we'll see as it goes. That is one of the things about team leagues, is because everyone's helping each other. You know, I'm not going to play a game at the same time as Damian. that would not be smart, right? You want to be there to help. That's a bonus, right? You don't need them there. Sure, you can play games without your partners. And I know me and Chris had to do that at least twice in the last team league. It does happen, but it puts you at a disadvantage, right? Like, you want the help. You want your partners to be there. You want to be involved. You want to have fun. That's what makes it fun. If you do team league and everyone just kind of plays their own games individually, are you really playing team league, right? Are you really maximizing the enjoyment that you and everyone else in the server could be getting out of it? Be there to help your teammates. It really not only goes a long way, but it's fun to watch. This is just some of the best Magic entertainment. I can't stress that enough. The next 3 weeks are going to be super fun. Just so much good Magic to watch and hilarious plays, and it's just a good time. I can't recommend all that stuff enough. All right, punishment pack. So you lose a match, you get a punishment pack, just like normal, but that punishment pack stays with the player. It does not go back into the pool. Pools are re-rolled every week. So the first week we have a pool. It's pretty good. I actually like our pool. We get to play with this pool for a week. As soon as we're done, I believe, as soon as you finish, you get a new pool. Okay, then you have to split that pool again for the next week. But the punishment packs do not go in that pool. After the pool has been rolled and, your deck list, you don't have to submit a deck list, but you submit a pool list. After your pool list is submitted, then your packs get rolled. So let's say Chris, who's on my team, goes 1 and 2 in the first week. Those 2 packs that he gets, previous team leagues, they go into the pool. This team league, it is not going into the pool. You will always get a pool of 180 cards. You will always have to split that pool 60 cards per player. It has to be even. It's in the rules. Don't mess it up. I'm sure some people will, but hey, it's in the rules. You should read the rules. Here's what we're doing. Have one person in your team assigned to just knowing the rules. Because I'll tell you, Damian and Chris did not know the rules. But I've been somewhat paying kind of close attention to it. So I think we're doing fine. So we share a combined starting pool of 12 packs. This is a cube that was curated by the league committee using cards of a certain game in hand win percentage, I believe. I'm not super sure about that, but we got our pool and I'm like, man, this thing looks great. Like, every color looks strong. All these cards, because they made a cube out of strong cards, I don't feel like there's a lot of duds. I don't feel like it's going to be hard to split. I think it's actually gonna work out really well. This cube looks really fun. I'm loving a lot of the cards I'm seeing. So yeah, how do teams work? You share a combined starting pool of 12 packs, which is divided evenly between the teammates into 3 pools of 60 cards before you play. You do have to submit your pools before you play. Great strategy in Team League is just having one of your teammates pull up whoever you're playing, just pull up their pool, and then they can kind of tell you what they have and what to play around. It's always super helpful. You share a single combined record, including opponent, match, win, OMW. So, we share a record. If I go 3-0 and Chris goes 3-0 and Damian goes 3-0, guess what? We're 9-0. And if we all lose 0-3-0-3, we are 0-9. So though we can play individually, we do share a record. Damian's matches are my matches. Chris' matches are my matches. You may advise each other during matches, but please don't spy and snipe on the other players. I don't think it's ever happened before. Just have fun and help out. Spying and sniping is not helping. 4 teams will make the mega draft, and then players are eliminated with a combined 14 losses. So no one will be eliminated in week 1, just like normal. And then in week 2, we will start to lose some people. It's only a 3-week league, so it will not be around too long. Don't play against your teammates. Please don't do that. That's not a good idea. And then every week you get a new pool. You have to split it evenly. 3 weeks of play. I think that's pretty much it. Have they said what the mega draft is? Mega draft format. Top 4 teams. Okay. We'll draft 6 chaos packs. Okay, so we're just playing chaos the whole time. Goes to a top 4. Those 4 teams, 2 of the teams play each other. Whoever wins plays in the finals. And then, seems to be pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's Team League. I am pumped, as I say, and I've been saying. Me and Chris won the last one. Chris's first win, my second. Big big, huge. That's huge for us. It got Chris his first top 8, his first league win. Chris carried me to the end. My brother bought us fun trophies of 2 soccer players where one's holding the other one up because he said, "Don't you get it? He's carrying you." And I was like, "Oh, okay. That's pretty neat." Yeah, I'm super excited for Team League. I'm super excited for Magic. We have all these new spoilers coming out for Thunder Junction. We talk about it a little bit in the interview, but there's so much cowboy stuff going on. Everyone's got their hat. It just seems like such a throwback to the way things used to be in, cowboy westerns and all that. I bet there's tons of fun references that I'm not getting, but I'm sure they're there. And I've been on a big nostalgic kick lately. I've been watching a bunch of Tales from the Crypt. If you haven't seen Tales from the Crypt, 1, it's all on YouTube, and 2, it's just full of famous people doing crazy, goofy stuff. I can't recommend it enough. Robert Zemeckis directed it, and I watched an episode the other day. Tom Hanks directed an episode, and he's in it. It's such a crazy throwback. I've been just going back and having nostalgia for the 90s, and I found, digging through some old Magic threads, some old Reddits, I actually found an old original Magic theme song from the mid-90s, from when they used to release more, before Universes Beyond. They used to do cool things, and they'd release a song or fun promo art. You ever see the fake movie art, the April Fool's Day Magic the Gathering movie poster that has like Jim Carrey and stuff on it? They used to do some really fun stuff. So let's go ahead and listen to this weird Magic song that I found right now. So no one thought your deck was gonna play this way. You can't draw any lands, you're losing right away. It's like you're always playing aggro decks, and you don't know when to block or chomp or swing. What the heck? Well, I'll be there for you when you go 1 and 4. I'll be there for you when you queue into Jordan. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. Yeah, super weird. I wish they did more stuff like that still. I'm always saying this, and I don't know why I always have to dig so deep on the dark web to get this stuff going, but hey, it's going, it's working, and because I can dig, you guys get the enjoyment of listening to it. And I have something else enjoyable for you to listen to. I brought on my teammates. Let's listen to it. Let's see how teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork is dream work. We play together, run, pass, and score. Make friends forever.
That is right. This week I had on Chris R, Sinkwater, who I've known for years at this point, and Damian S, Butt Crack Magic, who I've also known for years at this point. I know Chris IRL. Damian I only know from the server, but I've known Damian since my first league, and he was a staple. We played a bunch. He was a character then. He's a character now. Dude's awesome. I love getting him on the show. I love talking to him, and he's a great player, so I'm happy to have him on my team. Let's go ahead and listen to my interview with Team The Triple Threat. It's featuring myself, Chris R, and Damian S. right now. All right, everyone, join me this week as we enjoy some teamwork with none other than Damian S. and Chris R. Welcome to the show, fellas.
What's up, John? Thanks for having us.
What's happening, boys? Let's go, Team League.
Team League. We're very excited. And I wasn't expecting it. Our pool got rolled like 10 minutes ago, so I can't stop looking at it. It's very distracting, and we haven't talked about it, but it's out there. It's in the open.
I definitely have it up on another screen, so I am also distracted.
It's great. It's perfect timing for us.
This is gonna go great, like usual. We're very prepared for this.
We are very prepared. We're prepared for the podcast. We're prepared for the league. I'd love to know, are you guys excited to be a team here for Chaos 3?
Dude, I'm stoked. I cannot wait. I think we got a kick-ass team. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
I'm very pumped, and I think we're gonna have a great time.
I can't wait.
And
This is
I
gonna be
somehow
fun.
dodged Chris York, so thank God, thank the Lord.
No, we're gonna propel you up to greatness, Damian. This league, you're playing with some winners. A couple I mean, I don't want to toot our own horn too much, but toot toot, we did win the last team league. Chris R taking it home in the mega draft. Neo, who could forget?
All you need is a dream trawler, right? And then it's easy peasy.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy with the dream trawler.
That's it. Amazing teammates. How can I lose?
Right, and we're excited to have you, Damien. I mean, if you like I say, you can have anybody on the server. I go, I want Damien. I want Damien in there. You know, it's gonna be fun. Although Damien has a very clear no Johns policy, I am hoping he sets that aside for Team League.
Yes.
All right, so because this is Team League, I want to get to know my team a little bit. Not because I don't know. I definitely know the answers to all these questions. This is to introduce you to the league. I'd love to know, guys. What's your play style? What kind of decks are you hoping to play? Let's start with Chris, and we'll go to Damien.
Well, since you claim to know this answer, I'd be very curious what you think my play style is
Oh no,
because
I know you're gonna make the answer.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. If you want to, I would love to hear what you think.
I know, oh boy, it was kind of a joke, but okay. I mean, I don't think you're an aggro guy. I think you're a mid range guy. I'd say you're a mid range guy.
Yeah, I think I definitely lean more mid-rangey and but I'm pretty much primarily limited, so I try and just do whatever is available with my pool for the league or draft or whatever. I try to there's never something I'm like trying to play. I'm not trying to specifically do
What do you
any
like
certain
to play? What's your favorite deck, like limited deck that you've ever played?
that I've ever oh
If you're like,
ever
oh
ever
man,
ever ever.
Kanzatark here, 5 color morphs. That's my shit. Like, what is Chris's Zen deck? Are you throwing your hand into your graveyard for some kind of weird effects? Are you comboing off? Are you aggroing them out? Are you flying over? Are you using
Yeah,
artifacts? You're an artifact guy.
I think if I don't think I have the fortitude a lot of times for a good combo. So I love a good tempo flyers. If I can get into that, I'm super into that, and I do love getting stuff into the graveyard and kind of playing long games with those style decks. So if I could go either one of those, I feel pretty good about what's happening.
No, it sounds great. Sounds like we could probably make that happen with this pool that I keep looking at. Damien, what's your play style? What kind of decks do you like to play?
Yeah, man. I'm also not an aggro player.
Oh,
So I also like long grinding games and everything. But I'm feeling these last few days, weeks is I'm feeling like a gen player.
ooh, I
So,
like it.
if I had to choose, I would like to have a gen pool with like green life gain.
Ooh, that sounds spicy. And I'll tell you, we got a green deck that can support multiple colors, I think, in this pool. I'm looking at a green deck that's grabbing lands and tapping lands for multiple colors. I see it. I see a vision, a dream, if you will. I also don't like to play aggro, and I also like long grindy value decks. So man, whoever ends up being the aggro player, if we have one, good luck. Good luck to whoever that ends up being. Do you guys like team leagues? Do you guys like these team leagues? Are you a fan? I know I kind of dread them a bit because they always take a lot out of me. But what about you guys? What are your thoughts on the team aspect of this upcoming league?
I mean, I love them. We were chatting a little bit before when it first got announced, and I was like, John, we got another chance at this. Let's go. And you're like, I don't know, man. I'm so stressed out. I'm like, already? We're already stressed about this.
I
So
oh, I just remember the last one just really taking a lot of time and really like having a toll on me. Um, but I did love it. I mean, we did win. It was fun, but man, I just remember it being very very time consuming.
it was, and even when we're not playing together and that sort of time, like you want to jump in and watch other teams, and so yeah, I definitely found myself like at the computer a lot more than in typical leagues. But I think that's great. I think that's the fun of the whole thing. So I think trios maybe it even be the sweet spot for leagues going forward. So I think I'm excited.
All right,
Do we have timers? Do we have every?
I believe we have timers. Yes,
Timers.
timers. 2 to 3 games a week, so you don't have to play 5 games a week. You only got to play 3.
Okay.
But we have to, and this is something I think is really interesting. We have to split the cards evenly among the decks. So we have to. It's like everyone gets 60 cards exactly, and like we can't mess that up. I think so. Let's pay attention to that rule because there is a rule where it's like everyone gets an equal amount of cards, and then they roll packs because like the packs that we get for losing don't go into the pool; they stay with the player, which is going to be an interesting aspect, but will also make deck building a little bit weirder and confusing. I think so. I don't know how we're going to deal with that, but we'll deal with it when we get there.
We'll figure it out.
What about that?
Don't
Any thoughts
stress
on that?
about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time. We're here to have fun. That's and I'll get to that question later. But this is a serious question and something we have to figure out right now on the podcast because if we don't, no one's going to know how to communicate with us. So we need a team name. We've been discussing it. There's been a lot of good options. How are you guys feeling? Are you feeling strongly towards anything? Is there anything you hate, Chris? Let's start with you.
Yeah. So we're doing it live, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we put a bunch of good ones out there, but it seems like we haven't put one out that everyone's just been like, "Yep, that's it." So I mean, I started with Runaway 3kin since we were Runaway Teamkin in the in the partner league, and I thought that was pretty cool, but that didn't really get any response from either of you, so that didn't sound like that was a.
It is clever. I mean, I don't hate it.
I wasn't the biggest fan of that one.
See, that's where we're at. So, Damian, what are you going for?
Well, I had the WrestleMania like team one with like the picture I whatever badly photoshopped the triple threat match.
Yeah.
So what was the other one was like a collage of our name, but go home water.
Yeah, we had some interesting.
Yeah, that was Mull Flood Screw was also a one.
Yeah,
do you guys like that one?
I don't mind Mull Flood Screw or 6.6 win rate. Yeah, I said Mull Flood Screw is pretty fun. I said that. Looking back, it's time stamp.
I didn't even see these. I don't think.
No. Mull Flood Screw. Yeah, I didn't really have an idea. I kind of just posted a picture of the Three Amigos and said, "How about this?"
I mean, I like Three Amigos. I think that's pretty funny. I added in Triples is best from I Think You Should Leave, which I like.
Triples is best is very good.
All the rest of our time was practicing songs.
Yeah, we started talking about doing a song together. I don't think it's gonna happen, but man, it would be cool if it did. Team names. All right, so I think it's between Runaway 3kin, I like Damian's triple threat match because it's easy to break it up into profile pictures. It's funny. The bad Photoshop job kind of sells me on it even more. I don't know. I like the triple threat match. And,
I can do triple threat, and then I was looking up wrestling trios, and I found that there was a stable called the Triple Threat that had 2 Americans and a Canadian in it. So I think
great.
Chris Benoit, who was the Canadian? I have to know.
Well, Benoit is the Canadian.
Was he?
Which I don't know. I don't know if we want to saddle Damian with being the Benoit of the.
No,
of
we
the
don't.
Group.
We don't. Well, we don't. No, we don't want to go down that road, and we should change the subject.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. The triple threat.
The triple threat. I like
it. We post Damian's picture. We announce ourselves as a force to be reckoned with and feared as we go on with this pool that I just love it. I can't stop looking at it.
You guys are making me jealous. I haven't looked at our pool yet.
I know that Damian jumped on. He was a little late, jumped on, didn't know the pool had been rolled, and he's just like, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't want to say pick any card because you'll be disappointed. But there's good stuff. There's good stuff in there for sure. All right, I would love to know because you guys are my buds, and we're talking Magic. What has been your favorite, just straight up Magic set? It could be favorite set to draft, favorite, favorite art, favorite lore, or whatever makes it speak to you. But what has been your favorite all time Magic set?
Well, I think I've answered this on here before, but I'm just gonna stick with Strixhaven.
Ooh, good answer.
Yeah, it's just I like Lesson Learn. I like what they had going on there. It was a lot of fun. It was one of my early leagues. It was your first league, so I'm going Strixhaven.
Answer. Good answer.
For me, it's gotta be cons, especially since we played it like recently.
Yeah.
Still love cons, so for me, it's yeah, good old cons.
You think it held up? Were you still digging it the whole time it was out?
I was sad there was no open for it.
Yeah, it was a really good time. It was a fun league. And the league was great because it kept it so much longer. It was only on Arena for like what, a week or two. It was so short.
Yeah, that was definitely like the league gave it like a long. We played it for a long time. I was also sad when I didn't make it. I was like, oh. But anyway, up to new stuff. Up to new stuff. How's the new set looking for you guys? I haven't talked about that.
The new the
Yeah, the
cowboy.
Yeah, the cowboy.
It looks. I haven't seen enough of the cards. I haven't looked at it too much, but it looks cool. It looks interesting. I don't really understand why everybody's there and everyone's a cowboy. I don't. I need to figure that out because it's bothering me. Everybody's there.
I'm not a spoiler guy. I
and
haven't looked. I
everyone's
don't
a
know
cowboy.
a thing about it, so I have no opinion.
I didn't look at much of the cards either. I just saw there was like a mounting mechanic.
Saddle.
Yeah, saddle, exactly. That's the only thing I know. Like, so
Yeah, there's a weird saddle mechanic. There's creature types matter, mercenaries. There are a bunch of different. There's outlaws and warlocks, and there's modal cards are back, and they seem super strong. And yeah, I don't. And committing a crime, just targeting anything is like a crime, and that's a mechanic, which is very. It's got to be the dumbest mechanic I've ever heard of.
do you feel they're going too far? Like Wizards with their invention, their creativity, or is it still okay?
I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean by going? Like, do you feel like there shouldn't be a cowboy plane? Or
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, like they're just like it feels like all their mechanics and their teams are getting more and more far stretched. Like I still find it fine, but I'm wondering when's the breaking point? When is it like what is this?
see, I love it. Damian's getting real and deep on the podcast. I love it. Let's talk about it. This set honestly reminds me a lot of two things. It reminds me a lot of Ixalan because I was like, a pirate set doesn't really make sense. How could they ever make a pirate set? Now they're doing a cowboy set. So like the first time I think of that happening was Ixalan, where same characters, Jason Veraska. Guess what? They're pirates now. Hey, guess what? Jason Veraska, they're cowboys now. Like same kind of setup, same characters. But it also has a lot of the ideas that I think were in Mom, which is all of these famous characters coming together on a plane. And that, I guess War of the Spark did that with Planeswalkers. Mom was like, hey, look, you have Gitrog's here, and Thalia's here, and Kyoto's here, and everybody's here, right? Everyone's here. I feel like that's how this set is too, where it's like, hey, everybody get Gitrog's here, and Rakdos, Oko's there, and it's like the more cards I see, I'm like, this person, like, why are they here? Like, okay, Kellen's there, but then it's also Lazov. Why is Lazov there? Wasn't he just on Ravnica too? Like, why is it such a who's who of Magic the Gathering? I don't know. I'm confused by that aspect. Story wise, it's weird. Mechanics and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't liked a lot of the last few limited sets. I think we're at like 5 in a row or something. Sets I haven't really loved. So yeah. I mean, it's but I love the game. You love the game. You keep playing the game. What are you gonna do? Not play Magic, play Hearthstone, play One Piece, or
No,
Flesh and Blood,
we're all hooked on the server.
right? Yeah, and it's the
We're all
server,
hooked
the
on
people.
Magic.
Yeah, I can't imagine even like missing a league. You know, it's like such a staple of my life these days. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a great question. I do feel like there is a breaking point, but I don't know what it is. We'll see. Sets are getting weirder. You're getting Final Fantasy, Marvel. Who can't wait for 2 years of Marvel sets? That's going to be a hoot. I know it's going to be. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I guess.
Is that a thing? They're doing a bunch of Marvel sets?
Oh, they are doing. Yeah. So one set. So you know how they had
Either.
Lord of the Rings, which was like a straight to modern set, but it was a full set. It was on Arena. We drafted it, right?
Right.
They're
Yeah.
doing one of those a year, I believe was the plan. But Lord of the Rings did so well that instead of having one of those and 3 Magic the Gathering theme sets, they're going down to 2, like Jace, Vraska, Chandra themed Magic sets, and 2 Universes Beyond. I could be wrong here. Fact check me. I get things wrong all the time. 2 Universes Beyond sets, and I believe Marvel is set to be a multi-year, multi-set release. Because I mean, it's Marvel. There's 1,000. You got to have Spider-Man fighting the Hulk and then the Gauntlet and everything. There's so much stuff. It's gonna take forever.
I mean, that sounds like entering the breaking point to me. I mean, I just don't care about that stuff. And
You're gonna have to care. It's coming to It's gonna be a real set. We're gonna play it in League. We're gonna play Marvel for 2 years in League.
can't they just do it where they like overlaid the Godzilla characters and whatever, so I can just learn the one name and I don't have to worry about Marvel characters or whoever.
No, you have to open Spider-Man as a foil and then sell it for $1,000 or whatever.
Well, that would be nice.
I love getting off topic, and I love the discussion. I really do. But we got so many questions to from the league, and we gotta get through them, and then we gotta look at this pool because we don't know what we're doing. We're the triple threat, and we got a lot of cards and things to divide up. Our first question. What was that?
Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Our first question comes from Jack H. Rackick. What is John's favorite 1/1, Chris's favorite 2/2, and Damian's favorite 3/3? I'll go first. I spent some time. I looked this up. I will say, a lot of really good 1/1s in Magic. You got Elvish Mystic. You got the Delver of Secrets. Ones that I really like are going to be Dusk Legion Zealot and Sky Scanner. I like those 1/1s that come in, draw a card, do their thing. Then maybe you get them back later, but I don't know. Just little 1/1s that draw a card. But I did want to shout out. I think it was the 1-mana, 5-mana 1/1 in one of the core sets. It's like a goblin. It's indestructible, but whenever it takes damage, it deals that much damage to something, and you can tap it to fight. That was a really fun 1/1. Don't remember its name, but look it up. I'm sure it's out there. Chris, what about you? What's your favorite 2/2?
So those are pretty good 1/1s. With the 2/2s, I think this is the part of the podcast where Richard leans in just a little bit closer, and it's like, what's he gonna say? I mean, truly, it's got to be Cloud Blazer, right?
Oh my God! Ding, ding, ding! We should have a Richard drop to play right there. Anytime someone mentions Cloud Blazer, that's a good one.
I mean, it's a 5 out of 5 on the Cloud Blazer index.
5 out of 5. He nailed it.
If I'm gonna go for another one though, I was thinking of this on my way home, and I'm like, you know what card I remember as like an awesome 2/2, the old Topin Freeblade.
Ooh, that was in that set. Yeah, that was a must-have.
Back in Origins, and that was around the time that you and Nick sort of got me back into it, and I was really getting more into like grinding a bunch of MTGO and started listening to LR and Cabs Theory and having a plan, and that card sort of cements a lot of those sort of early playing good Magic lessons. So that's my honorable mention, Topin Freeblade.
That's a good one. I love it. Favorite 3/3.
Well, this is one that I also took some time looking, and this is one you could have stolen actually. So I'm gonna say Combat Treasure from Bro. So it's a 7-drop that also draws a card. We like drawing cards here. So it's 7 mana for a 3/3 double strike, and well, you can play it as a 1/1 for 3 mana.
You play it as a 1/1. I should have made that mine. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah, there we go. I took it.
You did. Dang it, Damian. Oh, see, we do love our value piles. We all picked a card that drew cards. Look at us.
This could be a problem.
Well, yeah, that could be. It's gonna be hard to divvy up these decks. Our next question comes from Michael M. Adambaum. Favorite color pair overall and their favorite set/archetype for that pair. Example, they love Simic, and even though it has sucked a lot recently, they loved it in AFR, the AFR Scry deck, and the 2 times they got to actually work. I will go first again. I love Izzet. I love it when a good blue-red spells deck comes together. They try to always make it the mechanic, and it never really works. But in Shadows over Innistrad, the Rise from the Tides, Pour Over the Pages, that deck, I love that deck. Just the discard your spells, get them back, fill your graveyard, make a bunch of zombies, kill stuff along the way. I know Richard hates it, but that deck was so fun. I would always play that deck every chance I could. And it didn't translate well to Arena, and I'm still upset about it. But the Rise from the Tides, Shadows over Innistrad, red blue spells deck, super fun. Chris, what about you?
Yeah, so I mean, I think especially in the context of like a chaos format like we're doing now, I tend to find myself in Azorius or Simic a lot of times. I feel like if you're not sure, especially in a draft, where things are going, either you do a little fly, little tempo, or you sort of get bigger than your opponent. That's kind of where I find myself landing more often. But I don't necessarily have a specific example for a set. But I have been bummed the last like 2 years that Simic has been bad, so I'll stick with that.
It's supposed to be, people liked it in MKM. It's supposed to be all right in MKM. I don't think
It's
I ever
been
played
okay.
Simic,
It's been a
but
fun. It's been a fun. But for before that, you couldn't even sort of touch it really.
Yeah, it's been bad, but it is fun. I like Simic also. For me, I must say, like I said before, been junding it out, especially with the chaos thing on Arena right now.
nice.
The Ravnica plus MKM. So I've been playing a lot of Junt. So yeah, I would say Junt. I'm gonna say a wedge here. I'm not gonna say a color pair.
I love it. You're gonna love this pool, Damien. I'll give you one card. We got us a Blood Tithe Harvester. You know that card? That's a good
Yeah.
Junt card.
Yeah, that's a good Junt card.
We got that one.
All right, let's go.
This question comes from your old partner, Chris York. What makes this the perfect team?
From my point of view, it's very easy. I managed to dodge Chris York, so the team's perfect.
I mean, we can all say that. We all can say that same answer. We all managed to dodge Chris York. No offense, Chris.
We don't have to explain ourselves to Chris.
They just say, no offense. I'm not saying, it's not that I don't want to play with Chris. It's just it didn't work out. We got Damian, and that was that. The team filled up.
Exactly, it's perfect.
That's a great question from Caleb. What's our planned decision-making process during the games? What do you guys have planned? Anything?
Well, we practice a lot of songs, so our rap game during the games is going to be on point.
Oh boy.
I feel like the plan for me is you're gonna remind me about how much time is left.
Oh, wow.
And I'm gonna think that that's plenty of time, and you're gonna be like, dude, there's 12 minutes.
Yeah, there's 12 minutes. We're on game 2. If you lose this game, we don't have time for another one. Okay, so we have to pick a route. Are we trying to win this game? Or are we trying to go to game 3? Okay.
Yeah, Damien, whose side are you gonna fall on our time?
Well, I play too fast, so I have the problem where I sometimes don't think enough of my plays. So I never run into the problem where I'm gonna time out. Normally, if I say I'm losing and my opponents are taking too long, sometimes I go, how can I time them out? if I'm doing very badly in the game, it's like what kind of lines can I take to make?
I love it.
waste the most time possible.
I had a game yesterday where I could sack Thopters to Ezram and then make more Thopters. My opponent was on 4 minutes, and the game wasn't looking good. Oh man, I just started sacking stuff for no reason, just to to make him click through it.
Yeah.
I get you, Damian.
And what happened?
I lost that game and then beat him in game 3. No,
Oh.
but I beat him in game 3 because they had no time and they kept a bad hand because they were trying to race the clock and it didn't work out. So I won the match, but I lost that game.
It doesn't matter. You're sacking Thopters to waste time, won you the game in the end.
Yeah, it's all strategy, man. That
It's all strat.
clock's a win con. I said it in Cody's super secret server. I'll say it now. The clock is a win con in team leagues. Don't lose to the clock. It sucks. That's not something you don't want to play a super close game for an hour and then lose because we're 30 seconds too slow at some point. Like, what a bummer.
So
All right.
that's our planned decision-making process. Win at all costs.
Yeah, we're gonna win and we're gonna have a good time doing it. Here's the thing. This is what I think needs to happen, or what I hope happens. I will help slow down Damian's gameplay, and that will be how I contribute. Damian will keep me from getting stressed out with his humor and just good attitude. And Chris will just make sure that we don't mess up and make sure that we win. You know, you're there to keep us all on track. You're the conductor. Our next question comes from Michael M. Adambaum. Second question of the night. This guy cannot stop. Thanks for the questions, Michael. I appreciate it. Another one. Ask them to share their favorite cross-set combo synergy that they're hoping to pull off in Chaos League. Example, shield counters counting as counters for a counters matters set.
Michael's thinking in a 4D chess here.
Yeah, I don't. That's
Really?
a tough one. I'll tell you a set I had, a combo I had in the last Chaos League that was really fun. Is I had the 4-mana artifact from the snow set, Kaldheim, that made all your creatures the same type, and then you could like tap it to make changelings that were every creature type. And I had the board wipe, the dragon board wipe from Board of the Gods. It's not in cons, I don't think, but where it's destroy all dragons or destroy all non-dragons.
No, but that's from the same set. That's also from.
It was also in that set. That's true. That's because it was the bonus
same
set.
set.
All right. Well, you know what? It was a good combo and I liked it. Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
The problem with this question is that it's no longer theoretical since we have our pool.
That's true.
So now I'm having a hard time bringing my brain out of like looking at our cards and being like, I wish we had.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have the pilot exemplar. Now we just need to open a lot of vehicles and dwarfs.
Yeah, that sounds like a winning strategy.
Yeah, that's
I ran the numbers. We currently have 1 dwarf.
Okay, is it DePaula?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, well.
I mean that's our aggro player. That's a strat for our aggro player.
Actually, it's not true. We have two dwarfs. So
Hey, you know what?
Get it in there. Get it in
Run
there.
these numbers again. Every time we do it, we find one more.
We also have a card that cares about tree folk. We have exactly 1 tree folk.
We have a card that cares about finding other cards of the same name. We have one of that card.
Mhm.
We have a rare that chooses a creature type.
Yep.
So
Chris has already told me that he wanted to
Dwarf?
try and make that work.
Oh, I do want to try and make that work.
We'll see. We'll see about that. Maybe you choose tree folk. You make you make 2 tree folk.
2 tree folk.
I think it's zombie for us, guys.
Yeah, it'd have to be zombies. But even if it's zombies, I still don't. We can't do it.
I think it could be humans. It could be humans, right? There's a lot of humans running around.
It could maybe be humans.
But yes, you're right. It could be humans.
See, look at
And
this.
we've got adaptive automaton. Choose a creature type. We're a wash and choose a creature type.
I love this. The way our minds are coming together live on the air as we look at this pool and figure it out. Yes, humans. Oh, it could be humans. Yes, it could. Hey, it could be rogues. Maybe we got some rogues in there. That goes across sets. Our next question comes from Richard K. Preacher. Richard would love to know. I love the food questions. He keeps them coming. We're each invited to his potluck dinner. Thanks for the invite. What are we bringing? I will go first. I am probably bringing a dessert. I am probably bringing brownies because I make them very well. And it's kind of a crowd pleaser. You either like chocolate or you don't. If you don't, you'll find something else. If you do, you'll be pretty happy. Brownies. I'm bringing something sweet, but something that a lot of people would probably just be into. Chris, what about you?
I think I'm bringing my guac. I make a mean guacamole.
I love that.
Mhm.
I live somewhere where we get terrible avocado. I get maybe one avocado a year that's good. No lie.
Oof.
I miss good guacamole. I miss it so much. Oh, that sounds so good.
So
Dan,
I'm bringing Serbian stuff for sure. I have Serbian. I'm Serbian, so I have Serbian background roots. So what I love to bring at parties is something we call Ivar, but it's basically roasted peppers. Roasted peppers made like in a spread. I like bringing a lot of like pitas, like a mix between cheese, either broccoli or like asparagus or meat, like pitas, and then like you have that like bread and ivar, and then some desserts. So that's what I would bring.
what's a Serbian dessert like?
What's a Serbian dessert? I mean, we like
Brownies? Do you like
cake.
brownies?
Yeah, well, brownies not so much, but it's mostly like like the traditional stuff, which I'm not the biggest fan of, is like the dry cakes.
Okay.
No, like a lot of different type of dry cakes.
You're not selling me on this.
No, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Because, like, I also like brownies, but it's brownies is not Serbian at all. Like, I like brownies and ice cream. Like, that's my go-to dessert.
I love it.
So I bring brownies and ice cream. I definitely rock that at our party.
Nice.
That sounds pretty good. So this is Friday we're going to Richards, or when are we going over?
He didn't include a date, so maybe it's just whenever
Mm,
you can stop by. Maybe it's just like a 24/7 thing he's got going on. I
open
don't know.
invite. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Whenever you're in town, come by, but you got to bring something, or he's not going to let you
Deal.
in. Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit, uh, league winner of our KTK league, now going back into the top 8 for MKM league. Could go back to back for a second time. Amazing, Daniel. He would like to know if we had to choose Spike, Johnny, and Timmy, who's who? I need a quick reminder.
I need to go last because I don't know what
Yes,
these
I know
things.
Spike is like Spike just wants to win. Spike's all about winning. Winning's the most important thing. They'll play whatever deck is like the best deck to win. Like they'll pull up the other opponent's deck. They'll get every percentage, everything. They want to win. They're a Spike.
Yeah.
Timmy is like, I just want to play big creatures. I like casting stuff that costs a lot of mana. I want to cast stuff that costs. I want to cast my 8 mana dragon, and I'm going to kill you with it. Like that's a Timmy. I want to cast the cards I like. Johnny, I could be wrong. Is Johnny a combo player? I think Johnny's like I like the combos and the synergy.
Yeah, I always understood that as a Johnny. Like I like the intricate like combo and like the interaction, and I have this weird interaction in my deck that I want to pull off. So yeah, I would also class it as a combo.
I think I'm a Johnny.
The combo and who's the dumb player?
I think I'm a Johnny. I love to. I've said it before. I love a good combo deck. I don't get to play them much because there aren't a lot in limited, but I love playing weird, make you think how you're gonna win. What am I digging for? What's the interaction? What's the play? I like those kinds of decks a lot. So I'm gonna say I'm a Johnny. Although I do, this league makes me very spiky, and this league does make me really want to win. So I got a little spike in there. How about you, Chris?
Ah, boy. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have a little bit of all of these going on. Like, I certainly want to win, but I also like to do, like if I'm in a draft and there's some like alternate win con, that's it. I'm taking that card and I'm trying to make that work, right? Like that's
love
what
it.
I want to do. But probably more. I'll go Timmy maybe more than anything. Just like I just want to play my cool cards, you know.
And I'm definitely the spike player. Like I'm definitely the most serious player.
Yeah, I remember that was your draw when you were building families way back in the Riveteer days. Is anyone who joins Damian's side, the spikiest of spikes came to Damian's team. That's how he did it.
So
Johnny, Johnny M, Johnny. I bet Johnny. I hope he's a Johnny. Man, that everything works out so well for him with that name. 3 weeks from now, what are John and Chris going to say they learned from Damian? I hope I learned from Damian how to just have a good time and not be so stressed out. It's just a game. I think of it too much as more. I want to do well. I want to win. I want to top 8. I want a week 6. I want this. I want that. I just want to have a fun time with my friends, and I hope. I got a feeling Damian's he's gonna make it all work. He's gonna make it clear. What about you, Chris?
I don't know. I was gonna go much less deep than that and be like maybe some cool like French Canadian curse words, or maybe now some
Ooh.
Serbian, you know, maybe of a questionable nature. I won't know the difference. It'd
Maybe
be risky for me to use in context.
maybe we'll get a recipe for one of these dry cakes he keeps talking
Ooh,
about.
get some recipes.
yeah, let's go.
Do you like to cook, Damien?
I love to cook.
I love to cook. We should exchange some kind of recipe. I'm not kidding. I'd love to.
Yeah, man. Here's a sentence in French that matpataya direct.
All right. If anyone knows what Damien said, I'm sorry.
All right, that's what I'm gonna learn that by the end of the league.
Matpataya direct.
Oh, when we're done recording, you gotta tell me what that means.
Yeah.
The last question comes from Maxime Tassiger. Maxime would like to know, each of us are one of the Gruff triplets. Which one of us would you throw under the bus to make the other two bigger?
So he's looking to start shit.
Here's the thing. I got the answer.
This asshole is looking to start shit like me. Like he's scared of us.
Yeah, he can't turn this team apart. You can't start tearing at the threads here. We are thicker than thieves, you know? This is a bond that we're forming right here.
That's right. Identical triplets. You can't tell them apart. So how are we going to throw somebody under the bus?
So here's the thing. This is what you do. He's going to I'm the one that will be thrown under the bus, and this is why. I am not a token. I am the original card. And you are casting Blood for Bones to sacrifice me, bring me back, along with some other value card. And you're not just throwing me under the bus, you're bringing me back so we get better together, you know, for value. That's what you're doing.
And we have a reflection of Litara into play, so we get to copy you when you play back.
Yep, so. We are choosing Gruff Trip, whatever creature type that is, a giant, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah, perfect. We nailed it. Got that one.
Yeah, there we go. There you go, Maxime. Take that. Okay, you can't tear us apart. We'll tear you apart on the battlefield. Triple threat.
Triple threat.
Hey, thanks so much for coming on the show, guys. I love talking to you. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to play games with you. I'm excited. Do we know when we're going to start? Everybody around this weekend? Should we pick a day? What are we doing? I guess we can figure that out off air, but I'm excited. We got a pool. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think we'll continue the fun times here in the chat. Find us in the chat, and it's gonna be good. I can't wait. It's super fun.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there for the bros, the fun, and the community. That's the most important.
Yeah, we're here for the community. Find us in the chat. Catch us outside, and I can't wait to play games against everybody. Can't wait to play games with you guys. It's gonna be a good one.
Let's go. Team League.
Let's go.
Super excited to play some Magic with these guys. I cannot wait. It's going to be great. We still have to split our pool. We got to figure that out. And we got to play our games. And we have to do well. And we have to win. But here's the thing. I keep looking at our pool, and I'm like, this pool's great. I love it. It's so good. Which kind of tells me that probably everybody's pool is really good, and everybody's pool is kind of great. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Maybe we just got lucky, and we got all the good stuff. But I don't know. It's interesting. We're getting ready for Chaos. You got to split your deck. How are you going to do it? How are you going to split the pools? Do you have an aggro guy? Do you have a mid-range guy? Or a control guy? I'm not sure. I don't know how you split it. If you just go, yep, these two colors look like they go together. These two colors look like they go together. Third guy, figure it out. You're green and you're splashing whatever's left. And then it's like, oh, well, maybe this one's heavy red, and then this one gets like the little touch of red that we didn't use. Or do I not put all the removal in this deck because this deck needs some removal? Or is this deck so fast that it just doesn't care? I don't know. It's going to be really interesting deck building decisions. I actually need to finish this podcast so I can probably spend an hour or two just building decks and showing them to my teammates and going, hey guys, what do you think? Who wants to play this? Does this look good? Well, what about if we don't like that? We could do these two things instead. It's tough. Do you try to find like the correct decks? Are there 3 correct decks that you should be playing? Or you just go, hey, what kind of deck do you like to play? Oh, you like mid-range value piles? Why don't you see the best deck you can build, and then we'll take what's left and we'll go from there. Like, I'm not sure. It's super interesting. It's a good theory, good design. How are you going to make it work? How are you going to split it? And how are you going to be there for your teammate? Because that's what it's all about. We do this thing together. We are a team. We are a family. And I'm so happy to introduce you to mine, the Triple Threat. That's going to do it for the show this week. I hope everyone is excited for Chaos Team League. Oh, and before we close it all out, we should at least say who top 8'd MKM, right? We have the top 8 now. Currently, the date for scheduling has not come out, but this is your Murders at Karlov Manor top 8. Number 1, Matthias H. Rezra, 5-0 to go 25-5. Tied Cody's record, best record in the league, and then they played, and Matthias beat Cody. So I also think he probably had a better OMW. His OMW is great, 54%. I think he was 15. I think were you 10-5 and then went 15-0? Something crazy like that happened. Way to go, Matthias! Like just really making a name for themselves on the server. I'm sorry I didn't get you on the pod. This is my big problem right now. Matthias and Lot, 2 people I would love to get on the podcast because they both had great leagues. Matthias because he broke the record and did so well, and Lot because she made her first top 8. And who doesn't want to support that, right? Huge win for Lot. I'd love to get them both on and talk to them. Sadly, I am done covering MKM really, but hopefully one of you two wins the Mega Draft because then Mega Draft winner comes on, and I hope to get you guys on in the future. But it's always hard to know who's going to do well at the end, and by the time we know who's doing well, we're kind of on to the next thing. So I haven't forgotten about you. I see you. I want to get you on. I wish I did. It'll have to happen in the future. I do apologize. You're both wonderful players, and you both did such great things. Number 3, Zach C. Zach Carr, 20-10. Number 4, Ryan W. Mutt Bunches, 19-9. Zeke W. 19-10. Welcome back, Zeke. Christopher G. Oompa Loompa, 19-11. Daniel M. HP Wizard, 19-11. Daniel G. Frisky Hobbit, 19-11. 18-11, sorry. But hey, the OMW is good enough to carry you all the way through. I thought your MKM top 8. Look for that Mega Draft. It looks to be super fun. All the packs got chosen based on the first 5 people to solve clues. That was a fun bonus they got. It looks like a really fun, really cool Mega Draft. Let's see if we can figure out real quickly what the packs are going to be. Yeah, it's going to be one pack of MKM, then a pack of Bro from Christopher G. Oompa Loompa, a pack of Neo Kamigawa from Jack H. Rakic, a pack of March of the Machines from Caleb G. Why Not, a pack of Shadows over Innistrad from John P., a.k.a. Koku or Go Home, you're welcome, and a pack of Eldraine from Lot P. Lot. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Lotta. I'm sorry. We've been over this before. I need a pronunciation lesson, but I'll get it. I mean, you're the only name I can't pronounce. I promise that. That's going to do it for the show. I hope everyone's getting ready for their team. Build your decks. Be there to help and do well as we kick off what's always a really fun time. I know I get stressed out, but hopefully you don't, because team leagues are really fun and they're really great and they're different. People love them. They're such a spectacle and such a fun thing to just watch. It really is the best Magic viewing we get on the server. So enjoy it while you can. And then after that, we're all going to be cowboys, pew-pewing and saddling up for a bit. So let's enjoy just, what we got till it becomes cowboy time. And until then, I hope everyone gets to keep a good 7. Because, boy, you're going to have some tough mulligans decisions. You're going to have teammates going, I'd mulligan. And another teammate go, I'd keep. And then you got to figure out, well, who do I listen to? And what do I want to do? And what's the best choice here? And I hope that shuffler's in your favor. Because I don't care how good your deck is. If you're not drawing lands, it don't matter. You could have the best deck in the world. But you got to draw the right cards at the right time to really stand a chance. And I hope that for you, as I hope that for me and my teammates as well. Until then, I'll see everyone here next week. Bye, everybody. Very excited to play with everybody. Can't wait to do it. You guys are all great. I love it. I can't wait, man. All right, we can. We'll
We're
start.
supposed
I
to
didn't know
talk.
if that was your
No,
intro.
we're not
if you
introing.
were
I'm
still
just saying.
chatting.
I'm just
We're supposed
chatting.
to talk here.
I'm just chatting.
This is gonna
Sorry.
go great. This is gonna go super smooth.
Yeah, it's I have to remember. I have to direct my questions to certain people, otherwise, dead air. We'll figure it out as we go.
We're
It's fine.
sorry.
It's gonna be great.
I'm
It's
answering
gonna
John.
be fun. Teamwork. All right, something about teamwork when I bring you on. That's what we're doing this league. We're doing teamwork stuff.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We're in it for the team, the trio of mischief.
Oh, I like
Mhm.
that. Oh, could be a good name, but we'll get to that. That's coming up.